Okay, it's working now. We had a bit of an issue with internet there for a second. Hey. What is it? Hello. Jaden Diango. How are you today? Fuck.
Let the show begin. Hi.
Oh, that's good to know. Hope you're having a pleasant day. Fuck. Couldn't get away in time.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Fuck. Hate that attack. There's actually nighttime there? Oh. And fuck, I got hit with that. Oh boy.
Barbara, go. Let's dance.
Hate that attack. Right here, it's about morning. It's 13:20. Or 1:20, if you do that. I don't know why, I've got a habit of going off military time. Never been in the military, don't know why I do that, but I do. What is it? I'm just gonna farm this boss because I'm gonna need him for ascension materials in the future. Then I'll do a quest.
I'll protect us.
So where are you from then? You left. I'm lonely now.
By royal decree.
I'm so alone. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Thought you left because it said it was 0 watching. Oh well. Anyway, glad to see you. So Philippines then. How are things in the Philippines right now? Yeah, because it said, I thought you left because of the viewer thing. For some reason, that count is always inaccurate. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we got what we came here for, so let's start doing a quest, I guess. Can't do the main quest, so we'll start this.
One Win Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Oh, you know that quest. What is it? I figure you probably should have, because it wouldn't make sense if you just started the game to watch a stream that'd spoil it for you.
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Too much passion, not enough clarity.
That's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingce village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection?
I'm just here watching beginners play for entertainment because I already forgot how the quest goes. Yeah, what is it? One of my first complaints I had getting into this game that I didn't like about it was that you can't replay the quests. Seems like that's a pretty fundamental feature most games should have nowadays if they're live service. Forcing you to make an entirely new account to replay quests is not exactly good, in my opinion. But so far the game has been really fun.
Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Jingse and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth? My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Yeah, sure. That's it. I need some adventure experience.
So, are you buying or not?
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide? It's super duper interesting.
But I still remember you yet to use that character as a trial later. Or yet. Wait, which one? Oh, the, Also, how much primo do I have? 114. Is it so far I've gotten quite a few. I have 1 5-star so far in Dialog. I'm not using them right now though because I already invested so much in Zhongling. I might switch them around though, try Dialog out for a bit. For right now, as I said, I've just invested so much into Zhongling that it's kind of weird to switch off her. She is my highest level character. Ooh, free books to steal.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
Oh, then where the fuck is he? Go to village. Hey then. Is he up here, I suppose?
The heavens are smiting me to smithereens.
Wait, what's your first 5-star? Diluc, the vigilante guy from Mondstadt. Diluc, the fire guy with red hair that makes phoenixes.
Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
What 5 stars have you gotten, Jaden?
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
You're bored now that you've got nothing to read? You're sad you've got nothing to read now?
Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you.
You've got 4, including the Traveler? Wait, Traveler counts as a 5-star? I didn't know that. Woohoo, then I've got 2, I guess, magically. Yay, that sounds much better.
It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
So have you been playing the game for the beginning, Jaden, or have you started later like I have? Granted, you got 4 or 5 stars, so you've probably started it quite a bit earlier. Because from what I've heard, you got to get really lucky to get any amount of those. Or, like, eviscerate your bank account.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd. There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works.
3 months ago. Oh. Yeah, that is pretty late then. Not too much earlier than me. I started, I think, a couple weeks ago. I said I've streamed most of it besides the grinding, which I haven't bothered to do on stream.
Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare. I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
You're at AR-50? That's... yeah. I'm currently 27, AR-27. I heard 60 is the max right now, but I think that does go up as they release new content.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not?
I'm pretty close to 28 right now, and I need to hit 28 before I can start the next part of the main quest, which is the part where you meet Ningguang.
I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
You...
You know, for the Fatui supposedly being these master diplomats, they always seem to be very violent and eager to make threats. Seems like they're not as subtle as they're supposed to be.
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang? You're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
So now I gotta find Buddy again. There. Yeah, I've always found that kind of weird, is you listen to everyone talking in lore, and the Fatui are these super diplomats who like subvert everyone, and they're super smart and stealthy and all this. Then when you actually meet them in game, they're all like sputtering threats and...
So, you like reading, huh? Mr. 5-second hero?
And are like 8-foot guys with massive hammers for weapons, and like there's nothing subtle about any of them.
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
That guy back at Chang the Ninth was pretty bossy. That bossy guy back at Chang sounds like he's working for the gentry in Macau.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
You know Catherine? No, I do not.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
Oh, Catherine, the one that gives you commissions. Her name, I think, is spelled differently than that, but yeah, I do know her. I forgot her name, though. I think it's spelled with a Y.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan, anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt?
Buddy, you're a barely named Mook.
I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts.
Oh no, his 2 boyfriends and one of those things I beat up constantly. Whatever will I do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
Something you want to spoil something? I'd really rather avoid spoilers where I can. I've already had a few things spoiled for me. Nothing too serious, but I'd rather avoid them where I can.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all.
Is it, like, is the information about Catherine part of the main story, or is it a side quest, or what is it? Is it something that's important to the story?
But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
It's from the main quest? Oh, in that case, no need to spoil anything. I'll learn it as I go through it. If it's something that just comes up in the main quest, I'll find out when I find out. It's like a dark secret to the game. I guess they'd have to give the innocuous character a dark backstory, of course.
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Oh, joy.
There you are,
Time to beat up the nameless mooks.
Let me amuse myself. Reveal thyself. The merrier. Blink. Rain. Windblade.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here.
The quest is from the new country, Sumeru. Huh.
He mentioned Gentry Maotai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
It gave you a headache. Wow. What is I don't know how long it'll take me to reach Sumeru. As I said, I am making pretty good progress. But there are quite a few points where obviously you can't do main story because you've got to grind adventure rank. But I've been grinding it pretty quickly and it's going up a lot quicker, especially when you make sure you're using your resin as you gain it.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face!
First, let's help Chang the Ninth. Vengeance may not be swift, but it will surely come.
Fine, but as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as Guhua Geek.
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs. Just one last page.
Alright. What do I get for this? So 350. I need... Yeah, I'm getting there. And oh dear, look what we've got here. I'll try to get that, actually. Hey, oh wait, it's... Fuck, not much height here. Fuck. That's gonna be a bit more of a pain than I thought it would be. Because I definitely can't climb that lip. I'll figure it out later. I shall figure it out later. Pretty weird how it loads in, then freezes up, then loads in. It is to say, yeah, we got Liyue, then Inazuma, then Sumeru, I believe. Are any of the locations longer than the others? Because Mondstadt was not super long. It was the prologue.
Who goes there?
I'm Mondstadt merchant here for a meeting with Gentry Mackay. I'm LCOL, a VIP client of your boss.
Really? He didn't mention anything about a meeting.
Inazuma and the Chasm, then Sumeru. I haven't noticed any, what is it, places on the map called the Chasm. Like most of the countries will have a name on their statues of the Nine. Or statues of the Seven, I mean.
The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
It's like the mines of Liyue. Ah, so it's partially or somewhat underground, that's why.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master has stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone. No, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Liyue Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Man, they really fuck up the genders often.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would show that you really mean it. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Liyue Kiosk. Seems business is booming at the Liyue Kiosk. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
It's higher, so should be up here. Good fuck. I almost fell off there. Oh boy.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
Alright, are you on PC? Because I can hear the buttons in the background. Yes, I'm on PC. I've got a mechanical keyboard. I might try to dial that in the future, because, as I said, I'm not sure how annoying it is. Oh, hi Sheba. Yeah, been a while. Quite a lot has happened since you last dropped by. For one thing, I got my first 5-star. I got dial-up. Yeah, and it's alright. I'm not angry that you didn't drop by. It's fine. You focus on what's more important in your life.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
And yeah, as I said, I got dial-up. Yeah, I have an issue though, being that I've already invested so much in Zhongling. Yeah, same. What is it? I might switch them over though later, but I've already upgraded Zhongling's weapon, so we'll see.
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
You've never lost a 50-50 and you don't know why. Call that luck. Personally though, I'd rather bet on lottery tickets if I had to use all my luck on something.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result.
Not sure if you two have ever played Warframe, but I played Warframe quite a lot back in the day. Probably gonna get back into it at some point. But I got all my Prime, all the parts of a Prime frame once on my first try each. And ever since then, I've been unlucky, so I think I used up all my luck on that. I'm currently 27. I'm AR 27, about to be 28. And once I hit 28, I'll be able to do the next main story quest.
We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui.
Another thing, Sheba, I've already mentioned this stream, but it's really funny to me how the Fatui, like, in universe, they're portrayed as this super stealthy, sneaky, subversive organization. Meanwhile, they're just running around shooting threats at people in actuality. I find it really funny that, according to everyone who talks about it, they're, like, super stealthy and sneaky, but when you meet them, they're shooting threats at people and running around with 8 foot tall people running around with hammers and like weird ice thrower things.
Who knows if Guwa Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Yeah, I found the contrast pretty funny between what they say they are and what they actually are. Ooh. Yeah. It's like really funny to me though that most of the time when you meet, like basically all the Fatui we've met so far, besides Signora, has been like just some random mook throwing around threats. Besides Child, I suppose. But besides Child and Signora, they're all just like a bunch of random grunts throwing around threats, and according to the lore, they're like the super sneaky, subversive organization that's controlling everything and everyone behind the scenes.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery.
Oh, those were treasure hoarders that are working for the Fatui. Okay, that makes more sense, because still I've met a lot of really snarky. There's also those two Fatui in Mondstadt that are constantly talking about their plans. What is it, like those, like in those old Pokemon games, the Team Rocket grunts that are constantly talking about what's going on? But there's like two Fatui like that in Mondstadt. I found that really funny.
When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. They will know what to do. My liege, for reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us? Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here.
Oh yeah, another thing I want to ask you too, because you're both much more experienced players than me. One thing I found out, so Ningguang is like one of the most important people in Liyue, yet she's a 4-star. So what is it that actually decides who's a 4-star and who's a 5-star then? Because you think it might be like lore significance, because Jean is a 5-star and she is leader of the Knights of Favonius, well, acting leader. What is it? So it seems like sometimes it's sometimes it's just super important in lore characters. Other times it's characters that have super strong abilities. Like it seems quite random who's a 5-star and who's a 4-star, because as it seems like Ningguang is one of the most important characters in the... Ningguang is the only 4-star out of the important Liyue people. Ganyu and Keking are 5-stars, so is Zhongli. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, it's quite weird that she's the only 4-star then, when you say it like that. Isn't like Ganyu basically Ningguang's secretary and she ranks above her in stars?
Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action. Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we cannot do on our own. Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help chain the ninth, right?
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. To savor the memory is ample reward. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude. I seek neither praise nor reward.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't you?
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone from the guild should be able to receive you near Liyue Pavilion.
I like how he just danced around the accusation that he just wants to keep reading his book.
Hey! Stop ignoring Paimon!
Jaden, please don't spoil anything. Granted, I already knew that, kinda, because I've... Brosif. That was already spoiled for me, but if you could keep down the spoilers for the future, that'd be great. Otherwise, I might have to mute you. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, what is this? Yeah, I got dialogue. Speaking of which, so far... Yeah, I can ascend them, so I guess I'll do that. Oh no, I gotta use expensive ones. I'll wait until... Oh boy. Right.
Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance. It's all in this letter.
A letter? Oh, I see. This again.
Again.
Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this a read.
Can he actually read this thing? Is it even written in the common tongue?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Liyue Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view. Consider it a small token of our esteem.
Yay! Tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP treatment.
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, far be it from us to shirk our duty to them.
You're going to bed? Okay, good night. Have a good sleep.
Please, this way.
Hope to see you again sometime.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him.
Had to go for a second, my dog was acting up.
For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation.
What is it? She didn't bark that loud that time, and I didn't, and I think I muted her a bit earlier than usual, because I heard her freak out coming on, so I muted it. Though I said, if my mic stops picking it up, that is a good thing, because sometimes the dogs do freak out at random shit. Could be like a leaf blowing across the road outside, and dogs have a fucking heart attack.
Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Tevat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on your map. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang the Ninth. Roger that!
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow, so With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Liyue Pavilion and eat there for a whole month!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse, where you can see the rest of the plan unfold.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order the guy said. First the cellars in the city, then the chasm, and then last but not least, Chang the Ninth.
Okay. Oh yeah, what is it? Another thing that I got that's pretty nice is I got a constellation for Fischl. Suppose it would have been better to get in a different character, because obviously I don't have a huge supply of those, but I like Fischl quite a lot, so it's nice to have her constellation.
Hi, anything I can do for you? You want all my core lapis? I've already agreed to several orders.
You have C6 Fischl, but you don't use her. I see you don't have any taste.
That said, none are in writing. The buyers are being incredibly indecisive. Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild? Seems business trends are about to change in Liyue. Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Come, let us sign a contract. Don't worry about my prior client. He hadn't made any down payments or anything. Quite common in the industry. Thank you for your patronage. We hope the Feiyun Commerce Guild will continue to do business with us.
Also, how far am I off? Oh yeah, once I complete this, I'll have more than enough. You have many C6 characters, I suppose I'd say. Oh yeah, I never asked you this, but when did you start playing? Like, what point did you start? Did you start from the beginning, or pick it up later?
Good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out of stock at the moment. Please try again next time.
August 2021, so a bit over a year ago.
Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnayan products. No, that I still have, although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. I don't do retail. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry. What? No. Give me a second to think. All right, I'll do it. Just need you to sign for it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liyue.
Oi! Shh! Keep your voice down. All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, I should warn you that I can get what you need, both legitimately and not so legitimately. Best you give me an actual number. All of it would be far more than you actually want. What are you saying? Of course my business is all above board. Feiyun Commerce Guild, you say? If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line, and I'll start getting things in order right away.
Bit of a racket outside, but it doesn't seem like my mic is picking it up. Ooh, this area. May as well hit that on my way then. I guess I'll start up here. I'll get this, and I'll get this. As I've never been there before. Why is everyone unlock Sumeru before the chasm? I don't know, oh boy. I just went there because I wanted to... What is it? I'll tell ya, I was getting ready to try this. To start playing some of this event. So I was unlocking the area around that. I haven't started it yet, but I do plan to. Not too long. But I've unlocked the territory now, so once I want to do it, I can just do it. I think I'll do that on stream, probably. Do you think that's worth doing on stream, or is it just random, like, busy work? Because if it's an actual story, then I'll do it on stream, but if it's just busy work, then I'll probably do it off. I imagine you've done it already. Not much story, but it's gameplay as well, just like other events. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. I might start it on stream, and if it's fun enough, I think it makes for good stream. I'll keep doing it on stream. So there is story to it, but not very much then, because it is dialogue and stuff, but it's mostly gameplay. Okay, hit this, then I'll jump down and go for the Statue of the Seven. Then I'll run straight to the quest marker. What is it? I don't know what I'm gonna do with regards to Zhongling or Diluc. As I said, I could switch between the two regularly, but I don't know which one is better. It also is an issue though, being that I have a really good weapon. Well, not a really good, but a 4-star weapon for Zhongling. Well, I don't really have any good weapons for Diluc right now. I only have 3 stars for Claymores. A craft prototype archaic for the look. Okay, so that's his idea. Wait, fuck. You can do that at any blacksmith. So do I need like a billet for that? Like one of the things you or weapon crafting materials? Okay, so where would I get a claymore billet? I think it's from this, not that. There it is. Wait, not Statues of the Seven. Wait, fuck! I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Oh boy, yeah. There it is. Hey. Dominator of Wolves challenge. You can also get it. No idea what that is. Have to look that up. Hey, so yeah, the other guy mentioned the chasm. I guess this is definitely it, because I said you said it was earlier, and you can really see how much lower it is than everything around it. Yeah, adventure rank 28, woohoo. Also, worship statue, because I've got some of those sitting around. That's not the chasm, it's the part next to it. Continental Explorer, Liyue. Oh, so I unlocked everything there then. Oh, so this area then? That's chasm. Oh, so what's in here? Explore, tarry among the peach blossoms. Oh, sweet, little bit of shit I can do there. Hey, let's get this. How much am I sitting on? 140, so pretty close. Okay. Now we just run straight to the thing now. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of other shit, like I've been farming the bosses here and there to accumulate ascension materials and whatnot. I opened up every single one of the Shrines of the Depth in Mondstadt, and I've done a few in Liyue. So basically I've just been doing some of the grindy stuff off stream. Hey, yeah, I can make that. Hey, fuck. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Guess we'll climb up this side then. Yeah, that works. Or at least it really looks like it should. Oh boy. Kinda weird how you gotta shove your camera up your character's ass to look up. You spend so much time looking up in this game. Because they want to tease you. Want to make it look like you can do it, but you can't. Okay, so let's almost there. I also need a lot of what are they called? Chaos devices, yeah. For quite a few of my weapons need chaos devices to be upgraded. Guess we'll deal with these.
Nice
Goes
and
spicy bear. Look in the cage, is that a person? Well, they can move.
prepare to be blown away.
You're open.
Yeah, I've also tried Dendro Traveler for a bit. Pretty good. I definitely like Dendro Traveler, I think, more than I like Geo Traveler so far. Maybe Geo Traveler gets really good later, though, because I've started to unlock some of the constellations for him. Or for her. You see, I'm making the same mistake the game does. The game constantly mixes up gender, and now I am too.
I'll keep this close.
Okay. Oh, this is a world quest or something? Or... yeah. Guess I'll take it, but I'll finish up the other one later. Okay, well that was pretty heavy. Anyway. Ooh, 4-day. That's nice. But I'm busy doing this.
Race you!
Yeah, figured. I love that combo, even though it really isn't that good. Kills most things, but apparently not those. Where the fuck is it? Am I not in combat anymore then?
Hello
Guess
there.
not.
Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feiyun Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock in Liyue Harbor.
It definitely, yeah, I agree with you. Definitely the most fun part of, what is it? Anemo Traveler Burst is the fact that you can combo it with a lot of things. So, like, you find a lot of enemies that are weak to fire. You can combo it with fire, electricity, all that shit. Only thing is that slimes tend to fuck it up because they have their own elements, and it makes it really hard to put your element in it.
As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. It's all yours, if you name the right price. The original buyer's price was already quite high, so... The best I can do is... 7 million mora.
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 more on the rest of Liyue's stock put together.
Okay, that was an error. We spent less than 100,000, but it says 2 million here.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You can take it or leave it. So if you're not buying, please leave me alone.
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a ridiculous price. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price in the future.
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one go. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged us over the price.
I understand. I'm sorry, please. I don't want any trouble with the guild. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this batch. Several carts were ambushed by hilly churls.
Oh, there it is. This quest was so straightforward. Knew there was going to be some complication. Also, another thing. It seems to be a really big trend in this game. I'm not sure what it is. Like if it comes from a cultural thing because it's a Chinese game, but I always find that there are so many sequences in this game like that where someone tries to wrong you in some way, or tries to wrong someone else in some way, but there's a consequence for doing that they somehow didn't think of. Like this guy really thought that he was going to get away with scamming a guild.
I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods, I can't sell them to you either.
I remember that coming up quite a few times in this game. I'm not sure if it's just me over-remembering and it's not actually that common, but I do remember that being the case quite often, where you get these sequences where it's, as I said, some guy, he's getting mouthy, suddenly but there's some complicating factor he didn't realize, like scamming the guild that controls commerce might not be a good idea when you're a merchant.
So maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I do hope to carry on doing business in Liyue in the future.
That's that then. Well, no time to lose. Come on!
Okay, there's the thing. Is it gonna be as easy as just climbing the crane to get that though? Also, what's this? Oh, just white iron. Yeah, I've noticed that quite a bit. It seems there's quite a few sequences in this game where someone basically tries to screw you over, not realizing that they're more or less screwing themselves over. I don't know if it's maybe a cultural thing in China. They really like... Maybe they really like people like that getting... Fuck. Yeah, get white iron chunks you need to craft weapons. Yeah, I have been farming those. I also... What is it? I'll show you here. I've been meaning to get this for Zhongling. So I was trying to farm star silver ore, but that's a massive pain. But I was trying to get that for Zhongling. Ooh, precious chest.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
By royal insubordination.
You're using quite a bit reaction-based team. Yeah, I do really like that. I think that might be one of my favorite parts of the Genshin Impact roster. Basically, or the combat style, is how you can string combos and shit like that. So I'm really enjoying that part of it, which I guess is why I've made my team like this.
None of this will go to waste.
Okay. So, guess now we've got that sorted, let's start looking for it. There's a cart.
Help! Oz, reveal thyself. That's it, all right. That's a big old stash of core lapis. Here we go! Loads of core lapis here. Quick, make a note of the location. Windblade! Artifact into the fire!
Elemental reactions are essential to beat later stages in Spiral Abyss, so it's good that you are utilizing them. Oh yeah, I've tried Spiral Abyss so far, but I haven't gotten too far in it. Looking forward to getting the third one done, because once I get that done and dusted, I'll be able to unlock one of Zhongling's constellations. which is good because I'm quite liking her so far, even if I might end up switching to Dialog. At least for the most part. Hey, there's another one. There's another two. Nothing wrong with using 2 Pyro characters in the same team. Oh yeah, that's true too. You mentioned that before because I was always thinking that you wanted a balanced team, but I think you did mention before. What is it? When I got this guy, that he was only good when you paired him with other Geos. I think you said a Geo DPS. So yeah, I guess that was always the case.
Yeah, we found it! Check out all that core lapis! Make a note of the location. We'll send the Feiyun Commerce Guild to collect it later.
Elemental resonance? Oh, so the same element will make it stronger. I was...
Let Paimon see. Yep, that's it.
I didn't know that that was a thing. Okay, that's good. Then I'll make note of that for the future.
That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks.
You can check the details of each elemental resonance in the party setup. Okay, I'll have to do that at some point. Let's try to get this again, I guess. Fuck. Hey, wait, I think I get it. I think I get it now. I think you gotta go in here. Yeah, that's it. I just noticed how big that gap was. Hey, there we are. All is right in the world.
Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss for me.
Done and dusted. Yeah! We make a great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl. To Chang the Ninth's place.
Purchase Chang the Ninth's ore. Ooh, a lot of commissions around here today. Haven't unlocked this place either. Rank 30. Might do that later, but in the meantime, let's just teleport in here.
Race you!
Also, I'll actually check that now. Party setup. So no, let's see what happens.
What's our objective?
Elemental resonance. Affected by cryo for 40% less time. Increases attack by 25%. Oh yeah, you can see them all there. So yeah, and it just lights up there. Very interesting. Hey. I don't know, I'm probably gonna switch everything around for a while. Later.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'll switch it around later. That's it. I also want to get that pole arm for Zhongling. Though I gotta say, that one looks like it's gonna be a pain to farm. because that ore is a pain. On the bright side, what is it? I get a polearm billet from the Spiral Abyss, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, Gentry mount-sized thugs have been mysteriously absent for a while now. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Oh? What happened? Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? What's going on? Have I died and gone to heaven? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But Gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Huh. Okay then. My situation can hardly get worse from here in any case. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over. I really don't know what to say.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Woohoo. Justice is its own reward. Okay, we'll get a roll out of that. This is a talent level up stuff. Okay, that's good. I always could use that. I gotta say, sometimes when you got like the big quest chains, like the main quest chapters and stuff like this, I'd really appreciate if they'd, instead of just giving you the rewards for the current quest, it would list out all of the ones you get, so I'd know if I'm gonna get enough. Yeah, so I would know if I was getting a lot of, like, enough Adventure XP for my next level or something. Oh yeah, 60 primos is a lot for a quest, especially for a side quest. What is it? That's the same amount, I think, as the in the mountain one, right? Yeah, same amount. Festering Fang is a bit less. Man, I'm looking forward to getting this, even if it's gonna take a while. Also, one thing I realized, the Spiral Abyss has a lot of fucking primo gems available too, especially for the first time. Like every time you get 5 stars, not 5 stars, 3 stars on a thing, you get 100. Anyway, let's drop in. $100 gems for chamber until floor 9, then it's 50. Yeah, and the 50 ones are the ones that reset every now and then, right?
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been doing all this time?
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I managed to finish the book off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Divine Halberd, an ominous sword, Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes, nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai. How?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
You know, Paimon really likes doing the hit or miss hand thing.
It was rather good. Thanks. I only hope that as our plan reaches its denouement, it too will live up to its expectations.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? No fair. So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to...
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that. Explain yourselves. What is the meaning of this persecution?
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, it is a perfectly normal response to rush to the aid of he who has been wronged.
Like, I know the reason why is because the lip flaps are for the Chinese. They don't change it. They just change the audio that plays. But whenever you get like this, where it's like someone standing there, they're making a lot of noise, but like they're just staring. It's fucking hilarious to me. I love it.
Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. I won't beat around the bush. Master, if you please, seize their core lapis.
Wait, his master is that random dude that I beat up all the time?
You're open! You're open!
Never mind, the dude I beat up all the time isn't even here. The dudes I beat up more often are here, though.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Oh, here's the agent.
Yeah. Rain cutter.
Fuck, he dodged it. Dick move, bro. I know it's a continuous thing. Jinkyu plus Zhongling is a good combo. Oh yeah.
By royal decree.
Can't run from death. Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off. The core lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only. I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
This guy is quite weird. Cause like just then he said, like he basically tried to order this guy around. Now he's calling him master, and like really pussying it with it. He's really back and forth with how he behaves. On one hand, he's trying to command this presence. Then on the other, in another breath, he'll be, oh, just some mook whining about whining to his master.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait!
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young woman, I am unscathed.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and I make no secret of it.
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
No shit. The obvious malicious and calculated attempt to run you into the ground is an obvious malicious and calculated attempt to run you into the ground.
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the money somehow. Happy now?
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Very droll. My family can always tell me from my handwriting. It's certainly one of my distinguishing features.
Yeah, I do like how his handwriting being bad came back. It wasn't that it was an ancient script or a coded message. It was literally just that he's bad at handwriting. And I like that that came full circle.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time! Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off! Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The 2 of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Chang the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
You know, being a merchant doesn't sound like it would be so bad. You know, you don't have to run all these fetch quests for one thing. Okay. After this, we'll take the roll.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this core lapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
I suppose that is a thing.
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the ones who've displayed a genuine sense of responsibility. What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide, didn't you? I'll fetch it for you. It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity.
I'd almost legitimately forgotten about that. That's true.
My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. I can't believe it.
What? Strange bookmark.
What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't.
Ooh. About Textile Chapter Act 1 complete. Woohoo. Okay. Time for another roll. Big bucks, no whammies. Yay. Exactly what I wanted.
I created another universe and founded paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin de Ver...
Okay. So what do we do from here? Suppose we could start that. Let's see what that weapon was called. Prototype archaic.
I
Noted.
do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good...
I'll go and take a look at that actually. Have you heard the news from our comrades on Liyue? Their archons killed over and died. I don't know if it's definitely true, but my word, What a tragic loss. Makes you think, doesn't it? Imagine if one of us were to stop. Not another word. I get that you're a pessimist, but this topic is off limits. I was making conversation. I didn't mean anything by it. We should focus on our part. If comrades in Liyue are making their move, we need to make preparations here too. Things may or may not kick off in Mondstadt too. If they do, it'll be time for the Fatui to show our loyalty to Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Maybe the Tsaritsa will always remain in good health. Hey, snap out of it, will you? Do I have anything to claim here? Because I could have
Ad Astra Ab...
claim adventure rank rewards. Character ascension materials.
Ready, steady, go!
Hey, wait a minute. I also came here too.
Hard work is all.
Hey, prototype archaic. Yeah, here it is. We've got everything. I just need the Northlander Claymore billet. Not for completing Trent's domain challenge and. What is this? Achievements. Challenger. Doesn't seem like it's here.
Hard work is all.
Also, actually, I can make this for what if I want to? Prototype Amber. The own version generates 4 energy every second. Yeah, that could be good. Okay. Guess we'll resume the main story now. So, floating palace. Okay, you're back. I just rolled and got a cold steel. Now I'm guess I'm gonna finish the main story. I also dropped by a blacksmith to check and see what I needed for that weapon you recommended for Dialog. So I just need the billet. So I could farm some more of those resources because I, what is it? I can also make one for Barbara, and it seems really good on her. So what is, do you know what the Dominator of Wolves challenge is? Because that gives you one of the billets for it, but I have no idea what it is. It's Andreas. So that's a boss I'll fight in the future? Oh, it's the wolf boss. Wait, so... So is it that one? The, Lupus Boreas. You should have already unlocked it. Oh, it's this. Alright, just the reward table. As I'd say though, because I don't know of any challenges called Dominator of Wolves. Also, can I climb up that? Yeah, I should be able to. I think after I complete this, I might turn the stream off. Once this main quest is over. Don't know how long it is. Probably pretty long, judging from my experience in the past. In that case, I might have to take a break partway through. Fuck, get up there. Get up so I can jump off it. So I can ground attack. Fuck. Hey, too far away. Let me ground attack. Thank you. Hey. Fuck, give me that. Yeah, I only know that this is the quest where you meet Ningguang. Well, I mean, the first one, you meet Ningguang, is the one where they summon the god, and he dies, quite embarrassingly. But you know, this is the one where you actually meet Ningguang. Hi there. Fuck, I didn't mean to cook.
What a bountiful harvest!
Oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to get up through here, am I? Hey. Okay, that looks a bit better. Is this doable? Oh fuck, it isn't. This game can be quite rough at times when it comes down to what you can or can't climb. There we are. That looks like clean.
that's the Jade Chamber.
Paimon should be able to carry me.
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Just for way up to the Jade Chamber. Wait, where the hell is that Geo thing?
Race you!
Must be below.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. No way! Just trust Paimon's instincts.
Try using the mechanism. So where? Wait, what the fuck? Where is it telling me to go? Do I have to? That says it, the figure. Okay.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea.
Oh yeah, while I was doing that, I had a really small brain moment with the ballista. I kept walking around the thing, the spare part room, trying to find how to get into it. There's just a fucking open window.
Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Is this an answer from this world?
Eh. And off we go to the ballista. Also, I like how, this is a fantasy setting, but they've got fully automatic turrets. Not like fully automatic turrets. Like it's not a fully automatic gun, but like it detects things and shoots at them automatically. Do I have to get accosted by these fellows? I guess I do.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along.
Yeah, Ningguang totally planned for us to not know how to get up to her and need to use the ballista to see. This is...
She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Oh joy. It's murder time.
Gooba, get them. Wingblade.
Man. This is like, what is it? We're such a murder hobo in this, holy shit. I mean, I suppose it is Paimon's fault, but... Oh boy.
Take the target alive.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. By royal decree. Nice and spicy.
Attack.
Fuck.
Who goes there? Take the target alive.
Out of the frying pan.
That is my favorite thing to do, pretty much. Or massive part. Oh, there is one still alive. Oh, I gotta go do something.
Stop! What's all this about?
I'm back now. Sorry about that. It wasn't the dog, it was phone ringing.
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
We were just looking for the way to the Jade Chamber.
Hmm? You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence.
Wait, there's a plot hole. During that quest, it was stated it was in, because they keep going on about this. During that quest where you repair the ballista, it was stated that it was disrepair for a long time. Then a bunch of treasure hoarders show up and say that it was disabled recently by them, and that they literally turned it off. You went away for a bit, and when they came back, you had literally already repaired it. And now she's saying once again that it was a long time ago. So this really contradicts.
These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
Maybe the treasure hoarders thought it worked previously. Yeah, I guess that is possible. Maybe, like, the firing mechanism was dead, but it still turned. But then again, they did say some of their people died trying to turn it off, I think, so. Yeah.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here.
The dog's losing its shit again. Killing the mood, dogs.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler.
So anyway, you really said you liked Kikwing. Fuck, I'm never gonna pronounce these names. You said you really liked her. Do you like her as a character, or do you play it, like have her and play as her often, or do you like her as a character, or what is there?
You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
I mean, her, to be honest, her kid is terrible, but I play her anyway because waifu. Yeah, I figure a lot of people who play this game are like that. What is it? So I think she's a lightning, right? Isn't she? I think she's a lightning bow user, right? I remember, because I think I did hear that.
Favor?
Oh, Electro Sword. Who was it I was thinking of then? Fuck. What is it? Because I said I do know a bit of trivial stuff like that. But I guess I don't know about her.
Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
No one used to play her until Dendro was added. So she is... What is this? So she is alright now, but her kid is terrible. But she's good because she synergizes well with Dendro. So kind of like that one you mentioned, who's a shitty character on their own, but synergizes with other Earth characters.
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and...
Oh wait, so yeah. So you mentioned that you prefer Dendro Traveler then. That's why you prefer Dendro Traveler, isn't it? Because Dendro Traveler synergizes with Keking. Or... Fuck, I'm never going to be able to pronounce her name.
Well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift?
So do you have a recipe? And how will we make this thing you dreamed of?
With a certain boom shakalaka, of course. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
I do like some of the callbacks in this. Like I said, how they acknowledge things that were said in the past. Like, obviously, the Boom Shakalaka thing came from Zhangling when we talked to her. Which I really wish I streamed that quest chain, because it was better than I thought it was going to be. It's why I'm generally going to stream every single quest chain from now on. Apart from the Aranara quest. Oh boy, I guess I don't look forward to that one. I mean, it's interesting, but it's longer than an entire region's Archon quest combined, and the vocabulary is very confusing.
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Yeah, one thing I'm curious of too, how many 5 stars do you have anyway? Because I said I recently got my first.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that?
Well, these are exact opposite. And I didn't hear anything, so I don't know which one I'm supposed to pick. Guess I'll go for the nice one.
No! That was definitely someone in trouble. It came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Man, you gotta respect the treasure hoarders' hustle. Every game needs its 2-bit thugs.
Dodge this!
Prepare to be blown away!
Fuck, every single time it goes off to the side.
Let's dance.
Ken, was it the other guy that was with us earlier? He had 6, but he started playing relatively recent. No, so it was quite surprising. Like he said, he started playing 3 months ago, yet he has 6 5-stars.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package. Told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
What?
It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
I wonder if they're gonna go, because obviously you could approach this in multiple ways. You could have her like it, or you could have her hate it. Ooh, really close to another wish, too. And we'll have some when this resets next month. You just gotta go there. Ain't no point in teleporting for that. Guess I gotta go this way. And one thing I'm curious about, is there any worse characters in the game? Because I have heard some are pretty bad. I've actually heard that Amber is pretty bad according to quite a few people. Granted, I used her quite a bit. Because obviously she's the first character you get. She was quite useful during the early game. Sorry, I left. I just found out the queen died. What the fuck? Yeah, I found Amber quite useful, but from what I've heard, she's the most disliked character regardless of just using her. But when the bridge has fallen down, or was it not that queen? Fuck. I recommend don't use Xingyan. Just glitched the floor there. She's terrible.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I mean, Keking gave it to me, but she might know something I don't. Probably does, in fact.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang!
Okay, I'll see ya.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue.
And she uses it to throw paper down at everyone. At all those unwashed peasants.
I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue.
Gotta make sure those peasants know their place.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
I really likes the close up there. A lot of noise there. Had to cancel it out. We also ran to Luheng not long ago.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Hey. 30. How much left?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7.
Had to tend to the dogs there. They were giving me a lot of trouble.
You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
I forgot to turn my mic back on. Ah, fuck.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that.
What is it? I can't believe I made the mistake of forgetting to turn back on my microphone for a little while, though it was only a little while. Because it was something I was so wary about, but I suppose when I'm constantly turning it off and on and trying to deal with the dogs, it must have been inevitable at some point. At least it wasn't for too long.
If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Really? I gotta choose between the two? Well, fuck. Guess I'll suck up. Kicking doesn't necessarily need to know.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling.
Wait, both those options were pro Kicking. Huh. I just realized that I just saw the lower one was a pro kicking and figured the other one would have to be pro Ningguang, but I guess both ones were pro kicking. You could just choose why you prefer kicking.
I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon versus I, once again. Little mistake.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail.
Doesn't she throw the paper off all the time? Wouldn't it make, like, shouldn't there be quite a bit of that circulating around if it's so valuable, given that she literally throws it down?
Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
It's all unfolding a little too perfectly. Ningguang is clearly trying to steer us there.
Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then?
No.
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Right. Well, anyway, let's do another roll. And damn it. Right. 625. Good chunk.
Confidential.
Yeah, holy fuck. I just decided to check that for a second, if the queen actually died. Yeah, but he wasn't joking. I mean, I figured he wouldn't. Because why the hell would you randomly lie with something so verifiable? Yeah, holy fuck. I thought she was gonna outlive me. She's practically immortal, it seemed, sometimes. Yeah, definitely some Fatui activity here, which is good, because I need recruit sigils.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
Freshness preserved.
You're in toast!
This quickly!
Yeah! Wingblade! La, 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 la. Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Let's end this quickly!
Yeah, let the show begin. Oh, ouchie. Yeah.
And these guys take forever to fucking kill.
Let's end this quickly! This is it.
And they don't drop anything when they're quest NPCs. Why don't they drop anything?
Oz revealed. Let's dance. Shadow Raven, let night fall. By royal decree.
That seemed to work.
What a midnight phantasmagoria.
I summon thee! Booba, get them!
That seemed to work.
Bullet sponges sure are fun. Or I guess melee attack sponges. And ability sponges. Yeah, so yeah, just up here. Is it up here? Looks like it is.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. Wonder if Paimon's seen this pattern before? But where?
I accidentally skipped dialogue. I'll never forget this.
Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure.
Child is definitely keeping an eye on us.
Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Hey. Hey, I need chaos cores. Are you awake? Nap time.
Boba, get them! You're toast!
There we are. Not chaos cores, chaos devices. Yeah, that's what I needed.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago.
Hello, Order Man.
Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Ningguang is highly intelligent or highly ambitious. I mean, she could be both. I definitely did notice the ambition a lot.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
So the second most important thing to her, and she would give up the position of Tianquan before it, then her position must be less important to her than the Jade Chamber. So what is the most important, if it's not the position?
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Oh, they're asking that question.
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
Which is something we already knew.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
We've gotten quite a few of those.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
Oh wow, this is a surprise.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
So it's not just a fetch quest, it's a regular it's a normal fetch quest with added singing. Oh, dogs.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Ready, steady, go!
Prepare to be blown away. By royal decree.
Oh, you're back. Cool. What is it? We finished up talking with Ningguang, and I accidentally left my mic off for a short while. Thankfully, I noticed pretty quickly, but it was a while. Because I had to deal with the dogs. And the dogs are annoying today.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I think I might soon need to take a break.
Insubordination.
Into the fire! Hey, lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
Ooh, Ganyu again.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... what's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Oh boy, should I get it wrong? Yeah, I got that.
Yangu? Who's that? You've completely forgotten my name, haven't you? Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assume we knew.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Wow. Venti sure is older than he looks.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
So you're how old? That explains the forgetfulness.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Hey. Yeah, what is it? Worst part is, when my mic was off, I'm not sure if I told a joke then. That was really good. Really hope I didn't. It was, because I don't remember. I don't remember. That's why it's a big deal. What is it? Hey, one thing I found pretty funny, when you're talking to Ningguang, I mentioned this while I was talking to her, she asked you about your feelings on catching, or I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she asked you about your feelings on catching, and you're not allowed to say you prefer Ningguang.
The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
Yeah, maybe
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Yeah. As I was saying, though, I think the developers agree with you because you're literally not allowed to tell Ningguang you prefer her over catching. You've got to say catching is better. So I think the developers must agree with you, clearly.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume.
You are obligated to tell Ningguang to her face that she is inferior to catching. So I think one of the writers may have had a preference.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Whew. Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Did he just teleport? I think I accidentally canceled the dialogue too early, so he ended up just disappearing.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Hello, May. Also, let's check the rewards for this. 3,800. 800, that's really good. Yeah, as I was saying though, clearly the writer likes Ningguang too. I mean, likes catching too, because you've got to tell Ningguang to her face that she is inferior to catching. Wait, what? Oh right, I was confused by the thing. Thought my arrow was pointing in a different direction than it actually was. Oh wait a minute, am I going to the wrong place? Oh no. Wait, why the fuck did I walk then? If I'm not mistaken where you're at, good luck. I feel like Ganyu isn't special because clearly every character in this game is part mountain goat. And you also happen to be one of the most broken characters in the game. The Golden Shadow. Boy. Yeah, so we got a dungeon here then. Guess we'll do it. And I think this will be the last thing I do for the session.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble.
Must be, I guess this is Child's handiwork.
We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
I'm gonna need to discipline that child. Really hope I get to. He's a smug prick. If you're at that part, good luck, have fun. Oh god.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia would subsequently be hidden away? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Qixing are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
Yeah, well, I don't know why we had to work with this guy. I've always wanted to beat him up.
She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions.
Jeez, this guy, for someone who claims to enjoy battle so much, he sure does never shut up.
But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
Hey. Figured
This
this
chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Try this.
Fuck, he really knows how to stun lock. Holy shit.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Cowering already?
Fuck.
Poor timing.
I read how weak he is in the Archon quest. Oh, so he's not actually that strong.
So quick to believe.
I guess you fight him later and he's much stronger then.
Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Go, Barbara! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
No use hiding back there.
By royal decree!
Raging tide!
You're toast!
He's melting like butter.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive.
Oh god, this trope.
But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
I hate that you kick his ass, but you lose in the cutscene bullshit. Okay then.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Or he's really weak in the Archon quest. Hey, yeah, he does quite a bit of damage, but... Here, have a spicy bear. Fuck, try to summon the
By
thing.
royal decree!
Have a spicy bear.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Ouchie!
Whale, why would you use...
At the right hand, into the fire!
It's like in, what is it? In a lot of things like that, they'll, make animals out of their attacks. Why? It doesn't make it any more effective. Yeah. Help, my dinner is attacking me. Thank you, Zhongling. Really helpful. And that's it.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Oh wow.
Windblade!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Yeah. Well, judging from the fact that you claimed that he was really strong, what is it, and said good luck and whatnot, then said you forgot how weak he is in this quest, I presume he's a boss you could fight more often. That is a lot harder when you fight him outside the quest.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Is he a weekly boss, I guess?
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Why would you want to tell him whether or not you have the Gnosis? It seems like a poor idea. Because then he'll figure it out. You should be like, oh, no, we just thought ahead of you, and we knew you'd arrive with us, so we showed up secretly from behind, grabbed the Gnosis, hid it away, then came in through the front and let you follow us in. Like, why would you want to be honest with him? Why are you there like, oh, we gotta clear the air with this bad guy, that we didn't take what he's after? Like, why? Why would you do that?
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Your friendship is very one-sided.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lapis still lives, the corpse was fake.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
Yeah, thank you for monologuing.
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
The tentacle monsters. Anything but the tentacles.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing?
Fuck, I accidentally skipped it.
So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it.
Really? It's gonna die to a... like, giant crossbow?
We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
Ooh, fancy. Good luck again.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Woohoo.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
It's the fire!
Oh my god.
Not breaking a sweat!
We.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Miscalculated.
Where the hell are they?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Well, this is pretty dramatic. He says as I get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Oh god.
Send this quickly.
How the fuck am I supposed to get him off it?
There are so many Fatui too. We can't look.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
How? Like, it doesn't make.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's a Madame King shockwave. This granny's really strong.
Fuck. Hey, that makes it a lot easier.
Disgusting.
What the fuck? I gotta go over here now, I guess.
Oz, reveal thyself.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Not my work.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
What the fuck are you doing?
Blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
Okay, this makes it a lot better. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of Adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Over here. The more the resistance shine longer.
Also, where the fuck is Keking? Wasn't she here? Where the fuck is she? Oh. Yeah. I'm like trying to get out of the habit because obviously I don't always talk. I'm trying to get used to it. Streaming, because obviously you're supposed to.
Power has reached its peak.
But like it's.
If we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
But I gotta focus for this. Oh boy. Though it's gotten a lot easier than it was at first.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Fuck.
Let's move.
The shockwaves are definitely the most useful though. Though, not gonna lie, that healing has helped a lot too. Yao's is the least useful, but it does spare me a bit of health on the ballistas.
This isn't good.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Wow. Pretty dramatic, I gotta say. I was wondering how the fuck I'd managed to fight that. I guess the answer is I didn't. The kicking actually reappeared. They didn't forget about her.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Huh. The disappointing kicking, this was not present for the entire fight. She just shows up in the end cutscene.
Be careful now. The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
Also, did they only manage to save us and
I
one
have
dude?
Another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Well, that was quite dramatic. I had to look away for a second, kind of missed some of it. I had to look up that cutscene again.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time.
Yeah, seems I looked away for a second. Feel like I missed quite a bit of that.
It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Also, I do kind of like how it mentioned she wouldn't give up the thing, and then she gave up the thing. Because it said that, like, it was the Jade Chamber was the one thing she would never sacrifice, and she sacrificed it. I guess that's meant to demonstrate how much she cares about Liyue, though it's obviously kind of a no-brainer there. Sacrificing a building for an entire country.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I certainly would. He outright said that they were going to destroy it. I don't know, he didn't say that. Cloud One did. But yeah, they did say they were going to destroy it to protect it, so clearly their meaning of protecting it is off.
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
So I guess Adepti aren't allowed to have fun?
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
What is it? I've really got to go now. I'll see you again another time. Shame to cut it so loose. Like, within there's just probably one more objective to do, but I gotta go right now. Yeah, I haven't streamed this late for a long time, if ever. Yeah, that is true. I might try to start earlier tomorrow. Get a bit more time in. Hope to see you then.